you, Chair. And again, through you, thank you to our witnesses for joining us here today. I want to begin by just making a comment about the concerns that we've heard today and how concerning it is to hear from KPMG, one of the largest firms in Canada, at 10,000 employees, and then being asked by the government of Canada, by a senior Trudeau government official, to contract through a two-person firm in a basement with no IT experience. I can't begin to explain how concerning this is, and should be concerning for you as well. That you as
Point of order, Mr. Chair, if I could interrupt. Sorry, Mr. Nader.
Just 1 second, Mr. Nader. Yes. Go ahead, please.
Could you clarify what time we're ending today? I was under the impression we were a 2-hour meeting. I don't know what resources we have, and we seem to be at the end of our time. So if you could simply let us know.
Yeah, we're down to the last 10 minutes here, so or close.
Okay, do we have resources to go over the 2-hour allotment?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Over to you, Mr. Nader. You have 4 minutes, 20 seconds.
Thank you, Chair. And but how concerning this really is for Canadians that this lack of value for money was really undertaken here. It reminds me of a Liberal MP who was once elected and wanted to do a motion on financial literacy, and then of course the PMO got a hold of that and said, "Oh, you can't do that." So she instead wasted resources over a number of parliaments trying to change the name of her riding rather than focusing on financial literacy, which I think is unfortunate.
Point of order, Chair.
Yes.
I hope I'm going to have a chance to respond to that because.
Well, hold on, Miss Shanahan, you want to respond? Okay? Sorry. Miss Shanahan, Miss Shanahan, there is a government slot next, Liberals, so you will have a chance to respond however you like. And I would ask you to mute yourself, Ms. Shanahan, because right now we're just hearing a lot of laughter, which is rather odd. So, Mr. Nader, 3 minutes, 50 seconds.
Thank you, Chair. And there is a lot of odd things going on with this Liberal government, so I'll just leave that there. To Mr. Nijar, how many resources did you personally have from KPMG working on the cybersecurity assessments?
There were a number of resources. I don't have the exact figure, but I can get that to you. No problem. But there were a number of individuals at various different levels of seniority and experience.
And if you could get that information, but to that end, the various levels of seniority and experience, was that information communicated specifically to GC Strategies, those levels of experience of those individuals?
Thank you for the question. So we identified the individuals to the CBSA, and those individuals were on the engagement. And I do not know if GC Strategies were aware of those individuals. I believe they were. They knew the names of those individuals, is my understanding. And those individuals worked on the execution of the engagement.
Can we be sure that the individuals and their experience was correctly identified both to GC Strategies and through GC Strategies to the government? We've heard before about them, GC Strategies, falsifying resumes, falsifying information, and providing that information to the government. Can you be sure that your information was correctly provided to the government?
Thank you for your question. So I cannot speak to the information that GC Strategy shared to the government, but we provided the names and the experience levels and the security clearance levels of the individuals that were going to be on the project, and they were on the project, and they executed on the completion of the work.
Thank you for that, Chair.